They say you can't trust others if you don't trust yourself. So here's day one of trusting myself, because honestly, I don't. I'm second guessing everything. Even the smallest decisions feel heavy. Like there's a right reason, and I'm the one person who can't find it. And I don't think it's because I'm broken. I think it's because somewhere along the way I stopped believing myself. So now I'm constantly looking for answers elsewhere. People, signs, anything. Just not me. But if I can't trust myself, who am I living? Day two of trusting myself, and honestly, my mind never shuts up. I can make a decision and immediately question it. Was that right? Should I have said that? What if I messed it up? It's like I need reassurance for things I already decided. And even when I get it, it still doesn't feel like enough. But I think that's the problem. I don't trust my first instinct, so I let doubt speak louder. And the more I question myself, the quieter my real voice gets. It's day three of trusting myself, and I think I know when it started. There was a point where I felt something, and I ignored it. Or I spoke up, and got shot down. And I think it was after that, I started questioning everything. Not because I wanted to, but because trusting myself didn't feel safe anymore. So I learned to stay quiet, even in my own head. Second guessing became normal, because believing myself once cost me. And now I'm stuck here trying to figure out how to trust a voice I already learned to ignore. It's day four of trusting myself. And honestly, why do I trust other people's opinions more than my own? Like if I have my own feeling, I still have that need to ask someone else what they think. Almost like their answer matters more than mine. And even if I already know the answer, I'll keep asking until someone says what I wish I could believe. But I don't think it's because they're always right. I think it's because I'm scared to be wrong on my own. So it's easier to hand my decisions to other people than wonder why my life doesn't feel like my own. It's day five of trusting myself. And this whole time, I thought I was just being careful. So I'll tell myself I'm thinking things through, being smart, taking my time, but really, I'm just stuck in my head. I replay conversations in my head, predict outcomes, prepare for things that haven't even happened. And it feels productive, like I'm protecting myself. But all I'm doing is delaying my life. Because it seems the more I overthink, the less I actually trust myself to handle what's next to come. It's day six of trusting myself. I don't think I'm scared of being wrong. I think I'm more scared of what happens if I am wrong. The consequences, the regret, having to live with it. Because if I trust myself and it goes wrong, there's no one else to blame. No backup plan, no safety net. So instead of risking that, I hesitate. I wait. I overthink. Anything to avoid the weight of being wrong on my own. But avoiding the risk is still a decision. And I'm starting to realize that costs me more. I'm on day 7 of trusting myself. And maybe this is why I don't. I've ignored my gut, stayed when I should have left, said yes when I really meant no. Like I knew what felt right, and still chose something else. And it's not because I didn't know, but because I didn't listen. And when you do that enough times, you stop trusting yourself. Because deep down, you know you won't show up when it matters. So why would I trust myself now when I'm the one who's been letting myself down? It's day 8 of trusting myself. I've done this more times than I can count. It's like I'll feel something, clear as day, like I know what I want to do or what I should say. And then I start thinking, what if it's wrong? What if it backfires? What if I regret it? So I end up convincing myself not to do it. I shrink it, I downplay it, I let it go, even when it feels right. But the worst part is, I don't regret the things I did. I regret the ones I talked myself out of doing. It's day 9 of trusting myself, and I knew better. I felt it in my gut that something wasn't right. But I stayed. I said yes, and I ignored it. I told myself I was overthinking, being dramatic, that it would be fine. And then it wasn't. And I had to sit there, knowing I saw it coming. And still didn't listen. That kind of regret doesn't just hurt, It breaks the trust you had in yourself. Day 10 of trusting myself. And this wasn't the first time. I've been here before. That feeling in my chest, that quiet voice saying, this isn't right. And somehow, I still go against it. I override it, I ignore it, push it down. And I keep asking myself why. Why did I do that? To the one person who's actually trying to protect me. If I can't listen to myself, how am I even supposed to trust? Day 11 of trusting myself. And I think this is why I stay stuck. It's not like I don't know what to do. I've been here before. I've seen it, how it all plays out. I just don't trust that I'll choose differently this time. Like I'll end up in the same place. Again. So instead of risking that, I don't move at all. Because staying stuck feels safer than repeating my own mistakes. But staying stuck is still me choosing. Just in a different way. It's day 12 of trusting myself. It's not just the big things. It's the little things. Saying I'll do something and not doing it. Telling myself I'll change and pushing it off. I don't even notice it sometimes. How often I go back on my own word. And every time I do that, I teach myself something. That my word doesn't mean much, even to me. So when it actually matters, why would I believe myself? It's day 13 of trusting myself, and this one's on me. I say I'm gonna do something, and I don't. And it's not just once, it's over and over again. I start things, don't finish them. Make promises, don't keep them. And then I sit there wondering why I don't trust myself. Like I didn't give myself every reason not to. Trust isn't something I lost. It's something I stopped earning. Day 14 of trusting myself. How can I trust me? I've ignored my gut, talked myself out of things, said I'd change and didn't. I've broken my word over and over again. And every time, it adds up. So how am I supposed to trust myself when I keep proving I can't even rely on me? Maybe the problem isn't trust. Maybe it's that I haven't given myself a reason. Day 15 of trusting myself. And maybe I've been thinking about this wrong. I've been waiting to trust myself like it's just gonna show up one day. But maybe it doesn't work like that. Maybe trust isn't something I feel. It's something I build. Like start by keeping one small promise, doing what I said I would, even when no one's watching. Maybe I don't need to trust myself fully yet. Just enough to start. Day 16 of trusting myself. And maybe I don't need to get it all right. I keep thinking I have to fully trust myself before I can move forward. Like it just has to be perfect. But maybe it's not all or nothing. Maybe it's just a little more than yesterday. One better choice, one kept promise, one moment where I listen instead of doubt. And that might not feel like much, but it's more than I've already been giving myself. Day 17 of trusting myself. What if I've been blaming the wrong thing? I always say I don't trust my gut, but if I'm being honest, I don't even know if it's my gut I'm hearing. Sometimes it's quiet, clear, steady, and other times it's loud, rushing, full of what ifs. And I'm starting to think that loud voice isn't intuition, it's fear. So maybe I don't need to find my trust. Maybe I just need to stop listening to what's been drowning it out. Day 18 of trusting myself. And I didn't react the same today. Usually when something feels off, my mind races. I overthink, assume the worst, spiral. But today, I paused, just for a second, before I let it take over. And in that moment, I realized I don't have to react to every thought. Not everything needs my attention. I know it's small, but that pause felt like control. Day 19 of trusting myself. And maybe I've been too hard on my mistakes. Every time I get something wrong, I take it as proof. Proof that I can't trust myself. Like one bad decision cancels out everything. Like it means I'll always get it wrong. But everyone makes mistakes, and they don't lose trust in themselves completely. So why do I? Maybe a mistake doesn't mean I'm unreliable. Maybe it just means I'm still learning. Day 20 of trusting myself. And I think I've been doing this wrong. I make a mistake and suddenly I question everything. My decisions, my judgment, myself. But learning is messy, and I've been treating it like failure. What if I could mess up and not lose faith in myself? What if I could learn and still trust me? So maybe growth doesn't mean I was wrong. Maybe it just means I'm getting better. Day 21 of trusting myself. And maybe I don't need to be perfect. I keep thinking I need to get everything right before I can trust myself. Like one mistake resets everything. But maybe trust doesn't work like that. Maybe it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent, showing up, keeping small promises, trying again even after I mess up. And I think that's how trust is built. Not all at once, but over time. Day 22 of trusting myself, and something feels different. It's not loud, it's not perfect, but it's definitely there. That quiet feeling, that thought that doesn't come from fear, the one I used to ignore, I think I'm starting to hear my own voice again. Not the doubt, not the overthinking, just me. And it's quiet, but it feels more honest than anything else. Day 23 of trusting myself, and I didn't ask this time. I used to run everything by someone. What do you think? Does this make sense? Is this right? But this time, I just sat with it, and I already knew. And it's not because I'm always right, but because I trust myself enough to decide. I'm not shutting people out. I just don't need their voice more than mine anymore. Day 24 of trusting myself, and I made a decision and didn't take it back. Usually, I decide something, then question it, go back and forth, change my mind, second guess everything. But this time I chose and stayed with it. No spiraling, no running it by everyone. And it wasn't because I knew it was perfect, but because I trusted myself to handle whatever came next. And for the first time, that felt stronger. Stronger than being certain. It's day 25 of trusting myself, even if I get it wrong. I used to think I had to be sure before I could trust myself, like I needed guarantees. But I'm starting to realize trust isn't about being right. It's about knowing I'll handle it. Because if it works out, I'll grow. And if it doesn't, I'll still figure it out. Either way, I'm not leaving myself behind anymore. Day 26 of trusting myself, and I'm not the same person I was. I used to ignore myself, break my own word, walk away from what I knew was right. But I've been showing up differently. Listening more, following through, trying even when it's uncomfortable. And maybe that matters more than all the times I didn't before. Maybe I've changed more than I give myself credit for. So why am I still judging myself like I'm that version? It took some time, but we're finally on day 27 of trusting myself, and I'm starting to notice something. I've been showing up, even when I don't feel like it, keeping small promises, actually following through. And it's not perfect, but it's consistent. And if I saw someone else doing this, I would trust them. So maybe I'm becoming someone I can rely on too. Day 28 of trusting myself. And now I know I don't need to be certain anymore. I'm used to waiting until I was sure. Sure it would work, sure I wouldn't regret it, sure I wouldn't mess it up. But that moment never comes. There's always a what if, always a doubt. So maybe it was never about certainty. Maybe it's about believing I can handle whatever happens. I don't need all the answers. I just need to be able to trust that I'll figure it out. Day 29 of trusting myself. And I've got to be honest, the doubt is still there. I still hear it. The what ifs, the second guessing, the hesitation. But it's different now. I hear it, but I don't follow it. It doesn't get the final say anymore. It doesn't get to decide for me. So I didn't lose the doubt. I just stopped letting it lead. I made it to day 30 of trusting myself. And I think I trust me now. And it's not because I got everything right, or because the doubt disappeared, but because I stopped leaving myself behind. I listen now, I show up, I stay. And even when I mess up, which I know I will, I won't be against myself anymore. That's why I trust myself now. Because I know I won't abandon me again.